Namaskar friends, welcome to Export Import Supply Chain and Custom. And in this session we will cover type of LC part 3. Okay, so first we start with a back to back LC. Okay, so if you see on the screen there is definition mentioned back to back LC. Okay, so back to back LC is an LC which commonly involve in intermediary in transactions. Okay, there are two letter of credits. The first issue by the bank of buyer to the intermediary and the second is issued by the bank of intermediary to the seller. Okay, so here you know that some in case of trading there are two kind of back to back letter of credit is used. Okay, so such like a we are exporting goods in trading case, so we will buy goods from one country, okay, and sell good to the third country. So this is trading case. Okay, for example, we have buy the goods from Mexico. Okay, so here Mexico exporter need money, so he will say to us that open a letter of credit in favor of me. So we will open the letter of credit in favor of the Mexico exporter. Now in favor of this letter of credit we have to make payment to the Mexico exporters, but we are going to export these goods to the Sri Lanka. Okay, so here we will get money from the Sri Lanka. Okay, and the trading commissions is we sell to these goods. Okay, because we buy these goods from Mexico and on commission basis we have sell this good to the Sri Lanka. So in such cases the letter of credit is open, is called the letter of credit back to back LC. Okay, so commonly involve intermediary in transactions. Okay, intermediary means that the traders. There are two letter of credits used in this case. The first issue by the bank of buyer, okay, and the second issue by the bank of intermediaries. Okay, so final buyer is that who is buying the goods, but the traders also involved in this case because he is a part of the payment. He is part of the transaction. Okay, so mainly these LCs need to open by the final buyer, then intermediary. So this will be back to back LC. Okay, now we will discuss about the red close LC. Okay, so this is the definitions. Red clause LC, a letter of credit that partially pay the beneficiary before the goods are the shipped. Okay, or the service are performed. The advance is paid against the return confirmed from the seller the receipt. Red clause LC. Sometimes you know that the prices of goods are high and supplier doesn't have a fund for the exporting the goods like custom clearance charges and freight charges and all this kind of charges. Also the manufacturing process, if you have not have a fund, so in this case supplier informed to the buyer that open a red clause LC. So in that clause buyer need to pay the partial payments. Okay, just like the transaction of the 10,000 euro. Okay, so in such case the importer need to pay at least 20% or whatever terms need to pay whatever mentioned the red clause LC. So what will do, the supplier get money in advance and he will manage these expenses like manufacturing, packing, for raw materials or custom clearance or freight charges. So this is also a very good kind of a letter of credit which help to exporter to manage the expenses by getting partial payment from the buyer. An LC that pay advance to the seller just not against the return undertaking receipt, but also a proof of warehousing of the goods. Okay, so this is also the part of this. The LC the pay in advance to seller just against return of undertaking, just not against the return undertaking as a receipt, but also a proof of warehousing goods. Okay, warehousing goods proofs can be shown in such cases. So now we will talk about the revolving LC. This is the third kind of LC. This third session. Okay, revolving LC. When a single LC issue for covering multiple transactions in place of issuing separate LC for each transaction is called revolving LC. Okay. To avoiding the separate multiple transactions, only one LC can be opened for the many shipments. They can further classify into time based, could be cumulative or non-cumulative, and value basis. Okay. For example, a single LC which cover the multiple transactions in place of issuing separate LC. Okay. For example, you are the regular supplier for some goods to some specific buyer. So in such case, you know that the what is the forecasting of the next 6 months. So for that, you can open a one single LC for the multiple transactions. Okay, there is no need to pay again and again paying charges and other expenses. So in such cases, the revolving LC help. Okay, so if you have a order of the like a 200 containers in next 4 months, so what we will do, you can open the revolving LC of the 400 containers. Okay, and you need to mention the later days of the shipment and expiry of the LC, and this term and condition need to mention carefully that so that key there is no dispute arise between the buyer and supplier. Okay, so guys, in this session we have covered third session, and there is only one session remaining of the type of letter of credit definition. So we will understand in the next session. So guys, thank you for watching this session. Have a nice day.